just gotta go faster than the speed of light, far beyond the speed of light. You gotta break the rule, Barry, and you gotta do it now.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most awesome feats of strength and skill pulled off in superhero movies.
That makes you my prisoner.
Number 10, raging against the Reavers, Logan. Facing off against the mutant murdering group called the Reavers, Logan and his allies are met with impending doom. Given that Logan was marked as the end of an era for Wolverine, we expected him to wind down, but he certainly doesn't do that during this battle. He effortlessly demolishes Reavers with a raw ferocity that's simply unmatched. It can be a little reckless to flaunt someone's ability to murder people as a flex, but there's just a beauty to Logan's brutality. This awesome and chaotic scene effortlessly reminds us that Wolverine really is the best in the world at what he does. And what he does? Well, you probably already know the rest.
Laura, you'll know when.
Number 9, saving the train, Spider-Man 2.
You have a train to catch.
With the clock ticking and a train dangerously close to destruction, it's up to Spidey to get things back on track. Though his rescue plan requires some trial and error, eventually he's able to stop the train from crashing. Trust us when we say that this is a task that's far easier said than done. He uses all of his strength to physically hold the train back. Not many people can brag about being able to bench press the weight of a locomotive.
Any more bright ideas?
I got a few.
If that's not enough to show how freakishly strong and cool the webhead is, then we don't know what is. When things go off the rails, always count on Spider-Man to save the day. Number 8, stepping into no man's land, Wonder Woman. It's no secret that Wonder Woman is a badass. But sometimes it takes an exceptionally crafted scene like this to fully showcase all of her awesome abilities.
Diana!
In order to rescue nearby villagers, Diana has to first get through no man's land. It's essentially a death wish, but not for her.
What the bloody hell she playing at?
She makes her way through the German forces like nobody's business. With unmatched speed, she blocks bullets with her bracelets, leaps across the battlefield, and takes the fight to the enemies. Getting through no man's land is said to be an impossible task, but as this moment demonstrates, it's definitely not so impossible for one of them Mascara's most skilled warriors.
Let's go!
Number 7, evacuating the mansion, X-Men Apocalypse.
All will be revealed, my child.
Stop!
When the entirety of the X-Mansion goes belly up thanks to an explosion accidentally triggered by Havoc, the lives of countless mutants are thrown into jeopardy. Fortunately for them though, Quicksilver is there to save the day, and he does it in a super memorable way. But it's not just rescuing everyone within a span of a second that makes this sequence stand out. He saves everyone with style. Given how equally awesome his kitchen scene in Days of Future Past is, it's clear the rescue operations courtesy of Quicksilver can never be boring. His quick thinking shows that he's not only an exceptional X-Man, but also one of the coolest. Number 6, embracing the lightning, Thor Ragnarok.
What were you the god of again?
Thor's always been a pretty awesome Avenger, but we think this moment from Thor Ragnarok has to be one of the most epic scenes from his time in the MCU.
I'm not as strong as you.
No. You're stronger.
While battling against his evil sister Hela, the odds end up stacked against him. He's injured, left with only one eye, and faced with the entirety of Asgard under siege. But after a brief pep talk with Odin, Thor finally starts locking in. Imbued with lightning, the God of Thunder mops the floor with Hela's army and shows everyone just who he is. Dynamic moments like these are like lightning in a bottle, or maybe in this case, lightning in a Thor.
You're late.
You're missing an eye.
This isn't over.
Number 5, holding the Power Stone, Guardians of the Galaxy. It's safe to say that holding onto an Infinity Stone and living to tell the tale is one heck of a flex. To prevent the power-hungry Ronan the Accuser from gaining the Power Stone, Star-Lord grabs a hold of it first. Touching it gives him a monumentally painful sensation. But with the rest of the Guardians' help, they're able to keep things under control. Since the mere touch of the Power Stone can kill, the Guardians being able to latch onto it as long as they do is pretty remarkable. Plus, the moment isn't just something that shows off how great they are. It's an emotionally charged sequence that signifies how they're not just a team, but family too.
We're the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Number 4, turning back time, Zack Snyder's Justice League. After failing to prevent Steppenwolf from completely terraforming the Earth, an explosion is set off which eradicates the Justice League. Well, at least that's how things are supposed to go. In a moment so awe-inspiring it was acknowledged at the Oscars, the Flash taps into the Speed Force.
Go?
It allows him to set the clock back and effectively reset time. And the neat trick gives his teammates just the advantage they need to stop Steppenwolf this time around and save the world.
I can't maintain this! Victor!
His speedy problem-solving shows just how powerful of a superhero the Flash can really be. Number 3, wielding Mjolnir, Avengers Endgame. Now is as good a time as any other to firmly put all doubts to rest.
I knew it.
Captain America is definitely worthy enough to wield Mjolnir. The time when he gets a hold of the hammer in Endgame is proof of it. With the battle between the Avengers and Thanos' forces raging on, the moment he becomes officially worthy is one that tips the scales for the Avengers. It also makes the fans go completely nuts, and it's hard not to see why. The first Avenger essentially gets a massive power-up that helps take Thanos down. Not just anybody can lift Mjolnir, so him being able to is a serious accomplishment. If we were Cap, we'd never stop bragging about this. Number 2, lifting an island of kryptonite, Superman Returns. Admittedly, Superman lifting stuff isn't exactly much of a flex. Sure, no human can possibly lift up an island, but Superman definitely can. And because of that, we've come to expect no less. Don't forget, this is a superhero who once stopped a freaking bullet with just his eye. So the thing that makes this feat worth talking about isn't how Superman lifts an entire island, it's how he lifts one filled with kryptonite. Given that it's one of the Man of Steel's few weaknesses, it poses a genuine challenge to him. So when he's actually able to succeed in spite of all the setbacks, it just further highlights how super he really is. Think again before you try messing with him. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Saving Martha, Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. Nothing was able to stop Batman from rescuing Superman's mom.
It's okay. I'm a friend of your son's.
I figured. The cape?
Imprisoning Dormammu, Doctor Strange. The best way to beat a supernatural entity is by being patient.
Set me free!
No. I've come to bargain.
What do you want?
Take your zealots from the earth. End your assault on my world.
Besting Laden, Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Electrocuting a giant dragon is one heck of a way to go out. Freezing everyone in place, X2. Professor X's entrance stops everyone in their tracks.
I didn't do this.
No, I did.
Escaping the pit, The Dark Knight Rises. It's going to take more than an underground prison to keep Batman away from Gotham.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, sacrificing himself to stop Thanos, Avengers Endgame. Iron Man has got to be a superhero with some of the biggest flexes of them all.
Back in the game.
From building his suit with nothing but a box of scraps,
Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a box of scraps.
to learning astrophysics overnight, he's achieved a lot.
I am Iron Man.
But his most important moment has to be when he outsmarts Thanos in Endgame. By stealing his Infinity Gauntlet and destroying Thanos and his army with a snap, Tony seals his legacy. It's definitely a bittersweet moment, but being able to get one up on the Mad Titan is worth it. Oh, and saving the rest of the universe is pretty cool too. It's a power play that not only sets things right, but also positions Iron Man as one of the greatest Marvel heroes of all.
And I am Iron Man.
Is there a really cool moment we missed? Show off in the comments down below.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.